You know, we spend so much time thinking about how the universe began. But what about the other end of the story? How will it all end? Today, we're going to explore a really fascinating and surprisingly ancient clue about the final chapter of the entire cosmos. So, we have a pretty solid theory for the beginning, right? The Big Bang, this incredible, almost unimaginable explosion of space and time from a single, infinitely dense point. But the end? Well, that story is far from written, and the possibilities are absolutely mind-bending. For a long time now, cosmologists have basically laid out two main paths for our universe. On one side, you have the Big Freeze. This is where the universe just keeps expanding forever, and everything gets colder, darker, and farther apart. Kind of lonely. On the other side, you've got the Big Crunch, a way more dramatic finale, where gravity eventually wins the fight, stops the expansion, and pulls all 2 trillion galaxies back together into that single point it all started from. Now, it's one thing for us to debate this with supercomputers and giant telescopes today. But what if I told you that a clue, a very specific clue to this cosmic question, was written down in a text from 1400 years ago? Here it is. Just take a second to really absorb that imagery. Think about it. Most ancient stories describe the end of the world with fire, or floods, or chaos. But this is different. It describes a very specific, almost mechanical action, folding the heaven like you would fold a scroll. The precision of that image is everything. And that precision comes from the original Arabic verb used here, natali. This word doesn't just mean to destroy or to end. Its specific meaning is to fold or to roll up, just like a scroll. It suggests a methodical, organized reversal, not some chaotic, fiery end. And that leads us right into the second part of the verse. As we began the first creation, we will repeat it. This lines up perfectly with the scientific idea of the Big Crunch being a reversal of the Big Bang. Think about it. The universe unfolds from a single point, and then it refolds back into one. The beginning is repeated, but in reverse. Okay, so this is the part that sounds a little crazy, right? This is the crucial question. How can our three-dimensional space possibly fold like a flat two-dimensional piece of paper? I mean, that sounds like something straight out of science fiction. Or is it actually science fact? And this is where it gets really, really cool. The key to understanding this ancient analogy, it lies in the work of none other than Albert Einstein and his groundbreaking theory of general relativity. See, Einstein's incredible insight was that gravity isn't really a force pulling things together. It's actually geometry. He showed us that massive objects literally bend and warp the fabric of space-time around them. You've probably seen the classic example. You put a heavy bowling ball on a trampoline, and it creates a dip, a curve. The Big Crunch is just taking that idea to its absolute extreme. It's a scenario where there is so much mass and energy in the universe that the entire sheet of space-time curves back and folds in on itself, just like that ancient scroll. All right, now, we have to look at this critically. It's important to see both sides. A skeptic would rightly say, look, this is just a powerful metaphor for the end of time. And they'd also point out that our current data, which shows the universe's expansion is accelerating, actually favors the Big Freeze theory. And that's a fair point. But the counterargument is that the Big Crunch is still a completely valid mathematical solution to Einstein's equations, and that's the real kicker here. The miracle isn't about predicting the right ending. It's about describing a possible ending with a mechanical accuracy, this idea of a spatial folding that repeats the beginning that seems unbelievably ahead of its time. So, what's the takeaway here? Well, whether our universe ultimately ends in a freeze or a crunch, this ancient image gives us this powerful new way to think about it. It suggests that maybe our cosmic story isn't just some random explosion. Maybe it's more like a grand narrative, a scroll being written, and one day rolled back up. And it really makes you wonder, what's being written on that final page?